So this is my internship, Salon You Are You, located at 2121 Elmwood Ave in Warwick, Rhode Island. This is basically the front entryway of my internship. And there's the number if you want to book some appointments, ladies. So at my internship, one of the main things that I do is I get the combs and I bring them to the sink to empty them out. And sometimes I have to change the barbicide, which is the blue stuff. But today I didn't have to change it because Leticia had already changed it, the assistant. So I didn't have to empty it and put the blue stuff that we usually get at Salon Centric. I bring them to the sink and I just lift the lever and I pour the combs out. I now take hot water from the sink and I just spray the combs. We just use hot water to spray them because like the barbicide is what really cleans them and sanitizes them, but the hot water just washes off the sanitation and the excess hair. So I just use the hose and I just spray the combs. So now I'm just taking the combs and I'm just wiping the excess water off. So I usually tap them against the sides to get all the excess water out of in between the spaces. And I just wipe them with the towel. And I basically just repeat that step until all the combs are done. I'm definitely the biggest one that cleans all the combs. And before, I never used to hit them on the side, but it definitely was a huge skill. Now, this is usually a routine that I have. I usually just go around and make sure that everything is turned on and that the Keurig is set up for the clients because I usually get them water or coffee, whatever they need. I'm basically taking the Keurig and I'm walking to the water machine and I'm going to be refilling it. And then bringing it back to the machine, you know. So now I just check the bathrooms and all the trash. There's me. Hello. And I'm just making sure that it doesn't need to be taken out or isn't too full. And I go through each section and I just make sure that the trashes aren't full or need to be taken out. And there I am just showing some of the caps and things that we have. So this is our washer and dryer. And this is where we clean all the towels, the capes, and the headbands for the steamers. And there were some laundry in the washer, so I just transported it to the dryer. And we didn't have no dryer sheets, so I didn't put any in. So do not come for me for that. So as you can see here, I went to go and try to see if we have any dryer sheets, and we did not have any. So that's why I said don't come for me, because we did not put no dryer sheets in, but I usually do. So I now go and start the diffuser, and this is probably one of my favorite things to do in the morning when I get to my internship. So I start off with a cup of water, and then I just go underneath the desk and choose what oil or essential oil that I would like to use for the day. And we have a lot to choose from, but I always go for my favorite one. I always go for my top favorite, which is the rose. So I just put like a few drops in, and it makes the whole salon smell like roses, and it's just one of my favorite scents. So this is the color family that I like to call it. This is where we keep all our colors, um, all of our developers, all of our bleaches, all of our brushes, our bowls, basically everything that we need to do like a color or like highlights. Um, so yeah, these are just some of the products that we use. Also, this is where we keep like our toners and like our aluminum foil for everything. And this little cabinet is where we keep like our waxing stuff, our just important files and papers of like different appointments. And this is where like we keep like gift bag stuff when we do like the holiday gift bags. Lash stuff, but we don't really do lashes here anymore. Also like extra blow dryers, the steamer headbands we keep in there. And we keep like the first aid stuff in there as well. And in the last one, we keep all the capes. So when we give haircuts and everything, that's where we keep the capes. So this is just the overall room, the back room, where I like to stay a lot when there's no clients. So now we're gonna get into the makeup part of the video. So this look that I decided that I wanted to do was just fun and different, and I just wanted to step out of my comfort zone and just try something new. Now I'm very proud of myself for this makeup look because I feel like it's very different and not something I would usually do. So I started with a nice light pink in the front of her eyelid. Then I did a nice little purple in the middle and a blue. And I just used different brushes, and I just basically went over the colors at the top of her lid. So I used the purple and just like really try to make it stand out and blend with the pink. And then I went back and got the blue and added it to the end.
I can't forget the day we met. Your eyes so blue, me pressing through. I can't forget the day we met. Your smile so bright, it made me swoon. Our love is like a summer's day, hot and endless in a magic way. Whenever I see you, all I can think.
So now I just get some concealer, and I like to put it on the back of my hand. And I'm going to be basically cutting the crease to where I'm going to be putting the white. So I'm just taking like a small little brush and just cutting out the whole lid to where I'm going to be putting the whites.
In your red Corvette, Your hair, your look, your everything. When I see it all, I knew that you were mine. I'm in love with your hair, your lips, your silhouette in the moonlight shine. With my love you won't ever be alone, my summer love. Been waiting for you, my love. Completely a fool. Been waiting for you, my love. Head over heels, I'm blinded by what I feel. My love is forever yours.
So now I add white eyeshadow on top of the cut lid that I did, the cut crease lid. And I basically just add white to the lid to bring out the three colors that I had put on top of her lid. And I'm also going to be adding eyeshadow underneath her lid so that it will match the top lid. Here, Leticia could not stop laughing. We were just having so much fun just joking around during the whole thing. And they were not letting me do the makeup look. They could not stop laughing. But I overall think that this was the best part because I love cutting creases so much. I just don't know why. I just love to cut creases.
Yeah, baby.
So now I just take like a crease brush and I basically just blend each shadow to the fullest and I add more if needed. And the purple was kind of like coming off a little bit, so I had to add a little bit more. But overall, I think that it worked out really well. Now I'm just doing what I did to the other eye, and I'm just blending out the colors so that each side would look the same. So I just thought I would add this little blooper in, but she could not do this part for the longest. Like, she just kept laughing. But now I'm basically contouring her cheek. And I just took like a contour brush. And I need a new contour palette. But I basically just made it to where her face looks a lot more skinnier and slim. So I just took a brush and I basically just did where the cheekbones are. And I'm going to do the top of the forehead and underneath the nose. Because it's going to basically make her face look smaller because we're contouring it. We're basically shape-shifting it.
Forget the day we met. Your eyes so blue, me piercing through. I can't forget the day we met. Your smile so bright, it made me swoon. Our love is like a summer's day, hot and
So here I am just adding another color. And this color basically just helps the brown, the darker color, make the face look more skinnier and more chiseled. Here I am just contouring her nose, and I'm basically going to make it look smaller. And I like this trick because my nose is fairly huge, so if I can make it look skinnier, I'm going to make it look skinnier. And I like taking a small brush because I feel like the lines come out a lot more straight with the smaller brush. And now I'm just adding some more color, like the whiter color. That's going to basically help the nose and the forehead all together. It's basically like another like foundation, but it's not really foundation. now I take like an angled brush and I basically just buff out the contour that I did. And that brush really works because as you can see how fast the lines like just buffing and lining her face. I love that brush because it really just gets to the face how I want it to. So now I'm just taking a beauty blender and just making sure that all of the contour that I did is buffed in and put into her skin.
Yeah, baby.
So now I'm just going to take some baking powder or setting powder and I'm basically just going to set underneath her eyes and basically set her face with the makeup that I did. It's basically just going to hold all the makeup that I put on her face and it's going to hold it together. It's also going to make underneath her eyes look lighter to where she has like a little glow to her. So now I just took a fluffy powder brush and I'm basically just brushing away the excess powder. Taking all the powder off after I finished baking. I left it on there for like maybe 3 minutes while I was putting glue on the lashes because that's the next part. So now I just took some Ardell's Wispy Lashes and I had already pre-put glue on the lashes. So now I'm just attaching the lashes. That's basically going to make the full look come together. So now I just took a, it's a eyeliner, but I like to use it for lips because I like to use it for a lip liner. And I basically just outline her lips with a brown liner and I just line her lips and then I just add a gloss. And that's basically my go-to lips for almost every single makeup look that I do because I just feel like lipstick is just not something that I like or I like on people. So I personally don't like lipsticks at all because I just feel like lipsticks are just, it doesn't really go with a lot of things unless you add like a gloss over it. And I personally just like natural looking lips to go with the makeup look, especially if the eye look is dramatic. Natural lips are the best way to go. Now we're just going to add some Shea Butter lip balm to her lips to bring them out more. And I just used like a brush that had the highlight that I had put on because it's basically going to make the gloss look shinier. It was just excess highlight that was already on the brush. So it came onto her lips, which was, I actually think it brought out a nice little touch to the lips.
If you find the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes.
So this is the final look, and I'm going to be adding pictures towards the end. And I'm just really proud of this look, and I'm really happy. Thank you guys for watching. See you later.